Happy New Year is a film Manmohan Desai would have been proud of. That's what Abhishek Bachchan said at the first look launch of Happy New Year yesterday. And fantastic promo, first of all, and a huge pleasure to have the entire team of Happy New Year with us, first of all. And Farah, how do you react to this statement of Abhishek Bachchan?
I think Abhishek being very kind, and I think I take it as a huge compliment क्योंकि मनमोहन देसाई फिल्म्स से हम बड़े हुए हैं. I think I speak for all of us except Vivan, but जो स्केल की फिल्म वो बनाते थे, जो एंटरटेनमेंट वो लोगों को देते थे, वो आज तक लोगों को याद है. एंड दोज फिल्म्स आर क्लासिक्स, दे आर एवरग्रीन. सो इफ ही जेन्युइनली, अभिषेक, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर saying that.
He almost has tears in his eyes listening to you.
Oh, he's sleepy.
All right. So Abhishek also said that after Hollywood sees Happy New Year, they will be competing with us. I think that's quite a big statement as well.
Yeah, I think please let me set the context correct. The question was that a lot of Hindi movies, is this going to be able to compete with Hollywood? I said after they see this film, then they'll be competing with us. It was said in that context.
Absolutely, absolutely.
No, I think, first, I think we have to drop this whole ideology of competing and beating and going ahead and being slow, being faster. I think cinema has to be a little more of the language of the director. This film requires the vision that this film has. This requires the bigness and the scale, because Farah has seen it like this. All of us have put our best foot forward as actors and actresses. And, technologically, I think we are at the cusp of being able to catch up with the West. We first have to accept the fact that they're ahead of us technologically. And one has tried to keep up, at least in Red Chillies, in terms of the visual effects, in terms of even sound, everything we think of best. When Farah is mixing the trailer, the first question she asks me is 7.1 THX, there was another Atmos. Let's do the best one. Last time we did a film, we changed the sound systems in theaters so that we are able to adapt to the newer version, because as Indians, as Indian filmmakers now, and we have to accept the fact that we are the leaders in that, I think we need to make sure that our cinema, at least technologically, is world standard. The rest of it, our content is going to be our culture, is going to have an interval, is going to be perhaps a little longish, is going to be different storytelling. It's a musical genre which doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. But I think technologically, it's important to put our cinema forward there in the middle of the world and say, look, every other way, we are unique, but technologically we are as good, or inshallah, sometimes even superior than what they do, because we can do it now.
Fantastic. Bhavan sir, you've acted with Farah as such, so any benefits that you had in terms of your role getting advanced, or any benefits that you
My role getting advanced because I acted with
her?
Yeah, of course. Of course, but just not by acting with her.
He got the role first and foremost.
We discussed
a lot more than
during
that
your
to advance your role, just not by acting.
Right.
Yeah, but I think that in this particular case, it'll be a shame to say that one person's role is bigger than the others in this film particularly. I think we'll be completely have lost the plot if all of us are not one. We are one in this film, actually.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
All right, Vivan, what was your father's reaction when he saw the promo? And
he loved it. In fact, I just showed him to him today, and he was blown away. My mom and dad, they were really blown away by the trailer, and they just loved it. I mean, it was because, see, the thing is that the magic of this. Everybody who's seen the trailer, they felt some magic. They really, it's touched them in some way.
Right. Sonu, your six-pack abs. I think the girls are freaking out on just seeing you on camera actually. So, what sort of reactions have you got so far?
Yeah, people whoever have seen the promo, they're loving it, and especially when you see at when you see in the promo of Happy New Year, everything looks larger than life. So I think it's not just me; it's the vision of Farah that has made us look so good, and I think
actually उसके 3-pack ही Farah has a 6-pack
But she made you wait for say hours, like in terms of on sets. Apparently आप pictures tweet करते थे आप और Vaman sir.
अरे यार, एक मुझे बोलो, सुना है 9 बजे की शिफ्ट में 2 जन 8:30 बजे वहाँ पहुँच गए हैं.
They are enthusiastic.
फ्री का नाश्ता खाने पहुँच गए 8:30 बजे.
Right. I think that English dialogue of yours, I think it's really fantastic. I think first of all, you're looking very, very fresh in that as well. It reminds us of Mr. Bachchan's dialogue from Namak Halal as well. What sort of reactions have you got personally as such? Two I think moments, but it's really standing out. You're looking like a younger brother of yourself, like 5-6 years younger.
Thank you. Did you like
English,
one minute? Did you like his hairstyle in that?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
different
you. Excuse me.
Very
Thank
different
you.
from
It's very fundamentally what Nandu's character is. Nandu doesn't speak English in the film at all.
Right.
And he only knows one word of English, and that is English. So English, 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 English. I don't. Please correct me if I'm mistaken, but I don't think Farah was inspired by anything. It was just
No,
an
I don't think
organic
it-
progression
in
of the
fact, y'all are
character.
now that you are telling us this, it's
Yeah.
Can I speak in completely out of turn and
Yes,
wrong?
please.
Let me just say one thing. Each one of us, I think, is the biggest Mr. Amitabh Bachchan fan. We've all grown up
Absolutely,
watching him.
everyone.
And if you look at a drunken scene of any of ours, you can say it's comparable, or it'll always be somewhere inspired by Mr. Bachchan. If you see an angry scene, it'll be inspired by Mr. Bachchan. If you see an action scene, it'll be inspired by Mr. Bachchan. If you see a comic scene, it'll be inspired by Amitabh Bachchan.
Absolutely.
But having said that, I think this is extremely original and very, very different. I'm
No,
sorry.
he looks different actually totally
Yeah, it is
from Mr. Bachchan,
extremely
obviously.
different. He's his dad, but I speak out of turn because I'm the senior member of this film as an actor. I think it's extremely, we never thought of it. And I think, yes, it's a big compliment for it to be compared, even if he wasn't his son.
No, absolutely.
But having said that, I think it's extremely original, and I want to say it again. My daughter's seen a lot of the film, and she's very cool. She's got a great head on her shoulders. Sure. And the first thing she said was, Papa, the funniest is that, he says, now you hear me speaking English. English, English, English. English, English, English. I think it's awesome.
No,
It's
absolutely,
very,
must
very
be.
beautiful.
So actually, since the promo looks extremely fun and vibrant and very colorful and almost like life. In fact, मैं एक चीज़ आपसे पूछने की मतलब मैं गुस्ताखी करना चाहूँगा. In fact, one of your fans, you have tremendous, I think, fan following in overseas. Many of them, they don't understand the language, but they still love
That's
your
why
work.
they follow me.
No, but they still just I think it's like crazy actually. So a few of your fans, in fact, they had this query that वो एक बीच में एक dialogue आता है and all the guys say they say mother and then they don't complete it. So they were just wondering actually what's the context in that, and they were just
No, we
trying
completed.
to-
I said, छोड़ना यार.
I should like that. Okay,
We're all remembering our mothers.
right,
Say
right.
mother.
तो इसे कहते हैं, आज मत
छोड़ना यार,
सोचना यार. It's
मैं हूँ
okay.
ना.
मैं हूँ ना यार. मम्मी के बारे में मत सोच. But it's a recurrent dialogue in the film. Very sweetly done. Yeah, I understand the connotation. Why you asking? It's not vulgar. It's not cheap. It's a family film.
Right.
And I think it will be taken.
That
in
is मैंने शुरू
context.
मैंने I just
मैं समझ गया था
जी,
तुम्हारा रुक
जी,
रुक के
बिल्कुल.
बोलना, तुम्हारा सांस को रोक के बात करना. याद रखूंगा मैं जब तक है जान, जब तक है जान.
नहीं एक्चुअली मतलब मैंने आपसे पहले से मैंने आपसे बोला कि गुस्सा के जाऊँ. Apart from that, I think the colors the way that you put in the promo, I think it's wonderful actually.
thank you very much.
It's really beautiful. Something about the aesthetics part of it, and obviously like women, the sort of aesthetic that they have, I think it's
No,
really
I
phenomenal.
think lot
compared to
of
what
no.
must
I think aesthetics personal चॉइस होती है
जी.
लेकिन ये जो फिल्म है ये बहुत ज़्यादा मैंने वाइब्रेंट रखी है क्योंकि ये जो डांस का एलिमेंट है इट्स वेरी इंस्पायर्ड फ्रॉम द 80s ईरा
Right.
जो शाहरुख और मेरा जब हम जवान होते थे.
नहीं वो आपका वीडियो भी देखा अभी हम लोगों ने लेके.
थैंक्स व्हाई डज दिस वीडियो कीप क्रॉपिंग अप.
No, I think you still look beautiful,
Thank
but
you very much.
then as well I think.
हाँ, बट वो 80s में जो नियॉन कलर्स यूज होते
जी, जी,
थे
बिल्कुल.
और देयर
Disco
अ होल
lights.
हाँ डिस्को लाइट्स और माइकल जैक्सन कॉस्ट्यूम तो द स्टाइलिंग ऑफ इट इज वेरी 80s पॉप
Right.
सीन इट.
Right.
तो आई थिंक बिकॉज ऑफ दैट एंड मेरी फिल्में कलरफुल आई लाइक कलर.
Right.
I think life is very colorful and so are my movies and I mean it's beautiful to have monotones and all लेकिन 2 घंटा अगर मुझे monotone देखना पड़ा तो मैं शायद I'll probably pass out.
सर आपने कल ये भी कहा है कि दैट इस फिल्म में ड्रामा है, डांस है, रिवेंज है, रोमांस है, सब कुछ है. डंके की चोट पे है, उखाड़ सके तो उखाड़ ले, ऐसी की तैसी. You
Oh,
said that it has
verbatim,
everything.
both of those
Like it's you also call it like the ultimate Bollywood film. So could you please, because this is something which your fans literally love actually. In terms of they want to see you just dancing and performing and doing the larger than life, and you're doing the dance pose as well.
No, it's an attempt at trying to create a film which stands for everything that is Bollywood, and I think there's nobody else, and I'm not being patronizing or someone who has full knowledge, but I think right now, at this point in time and for the last 15-20 years, we've not had a director in this country who embodies all that, and I think Farah does that. So when you get an opportunity with her, and she writes a story like this, which has, see, 6 different characters obviously means 6 different colors. They will be of different standing, different emotions, different characterization. Then you have the bad guy also, then you have cameos in the film, then you have dance, then you have revenge, you have songs, you have fights, and you have a heist which has never been done, hopefully, in the way that we have portrayed it in the film. It stands for everything that sometimes we look at and say, Bollywood is kitsch, it's not this like that, इसमें गाना होता है. Everything is there, but the idea is times have changed. Audiences have changed. You need to give it a little logic. You need to give it a little honesty. You need to give it a little realism. You need to give it, somewhere down the line, acceptance. Not like it used to be perhaps in the 80s. कि कुछ भी कर लो यार, एक कट्टू 10 लोग डांस कर रहे हैं. So अब आप डांस कर रहे हैं तो हम वर्ल्ड डांस चैंपियनशिप में हिस्सा ले रहे हैं. जी. अगर हम एक एक्शन कर रहे हैं तो उसका एक रीजन है which we built up already. So you give those reasonings. You make it modern now because that's what the audience likes. They're more educated, video literate. So it is an attempt to make an ultimate Bollywood film, unabashedly, and showcase it not only to Indians, because I'm sure they always respect Bollywood films, but to the rest of the world. कि अगर वो यार ऐसी होती है, हाँ ऐसी है ना, देखो ना. So the message is not in any which way pompous or arrogant, but the idea is, it is, and we're very proud of it because that's what we've all been brought up on. For years, all of us, not only us, the rest of the country too. We should be very proud of it, and we need to garb it in a way which is technologically as superior as the rest of the world.
Abhishek, you also said that when you were approached, when I think Mr. Khan and Farah approached you for the film, they apparently told you that I want to make India's biggest film. What was the entire process like when you were first approached and when you just narrated? And
When Shah Rukh first, I've always said this actually, I find it actually very sweet, but whenever Shah Rukh has anything planned for me or has got anything that he wishes me to be a part of, he goes and speaks to my dad.
Acha.
And I always make fun of him saying he's like asking for my hand. You know how you go and ask, he actually goes and asks my dad's blessings कि मैं Abhishek से बात करने जा रहा हूँ, I want him to do this. And I find that very sweet. And after this whole process, when we were all signed on to the film, the first thing that Shah Rukh told me actually was, we were sitting on the balcony just outside, if I'm not mistaken. My dream is to make India's biggest film. And he meant in terms of mounting and canvas.
Right.
And everything after that was directed towards achieving that goal. Be it the casting, the scale, everything had to be larger than life. And amidst all this frenzy to achieve this larger than life canvas was an amazing attention to a nuclear group of actors who he was very clear that if we did not click, as that's the basic seed of the film, this canvas is going to be of no use. So, it was amazing that both of them managed to juggle both these things, which are so different at the same time. And I really do believe that they've achieved it.
you'd like to add something there?
That you can give a movie scale and beauty, and it can look big, but it has to have a heart and it has to have a soul, and I think without that it's just a...
The reason to me to say something like this is not because I'm trying to make a big film vis-a-vis the production house that we have. The film is like that. Farah का जो हमेशा vision है, जो thought है, it just is so scaly. You're going for
Scale
the
is
world
huge.
dance championship. You're going for the biggest heist in the world. And I really think she and I'm not doing it because I think we all got together as a team. We want her to fulfill that vision. And hopefully we've done it.
उनको जो चाहिए बेस्ट चाहिए. आई रिमेंबर कॉस्ट्यूम्स अगर आती थी ट्रायल के लिए, उनको जो नहीं पसंद होती थी, उनका ये नहीं रहता कि मुझे अच्छी चीज़ नहीं लगी, जैसे उनको नहीं अच्छा लगा वो फाड़ दिया जाता था एक्टर के ऊपर ही, चाहे वो
वो सिर्फ आपके लिए था because we all wanted to see your body.
costume girls had
It never happened to Boman and me or Shah Rukh.
मेरे बहुत कपड़े फटे हैं सब पूरे यूनिट के सामने.
Right. Sir, there's this, I think, wonderful lines that चालबाज हैं, जालसाज हैं, इश्कबाज, दिलवाले कहते हैं प्यार से हमें इंडिया वाले, छू लेते हैं प्यार से इंडिया वाले. Sir, music directors, the singers, they always get a lot of due, but somehow the lyricist, I think कहीं ना कहीं शायद उतना उनके बारे में ऐसा बात, I think इरशाद कामिल साहब ने लिखा है.
Yeah, I want to say
Irshad Kamil
that
sahab, ji.
I was very clear that I wanted Irshad bhai
जी.
for this movie. I hadn't worked with him before. और मैंने उनके गाने रॉकस्टार में सुने और मुझे सचमुच लगा कि ये पहली बार है जो लिरिक्स म्यूजिक को एनहांस कर रहे हैं फिल्म में. एंड आई टोल्ड विशाल शेखर दैट आई नो इट्स आज इज अ हार्डकोर कमर्शियल मूवी, बट इरशाद भाई अगर आएंगे तो वो हमारे गाने को सोल देंगे. एंड इरशाद भाई टोल्ड देम दैट मैं बिजी हूँ, मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ. एंड दे टोल्ड मी, आई सेड व्हाट रबिश. And I picked up the phone and I didn't know him at all. I didn't know what he looked like. And I said, Irshad bhai, आपको ये पिक्चर करनी है. And in 1 second he said, अच्छा फारा जी मैं अभी आ रहा हूँ आपके घर पे
नहीं,
एंड ही वर्क ही इज सच अ वंडरफुल, ही इज अ सूफी स्पिरिचुअल मैन।
Right.
और ये जो इंडिया वाले का जो है वो जो सुर है ना जो हमें चाहिए था कि हम वी आर नॉट परफेक्ट, you know, we are chalbaz also, we
Yeah.
do jugaad also, but we have a big heart.
Nice, I think rhyming as well. Kanika Kapoor is doing a song for Deepika, I believe. You would like to add something to that, to the lyrics part?
विशाल भाई की जो लिरिक्स हैं, मतलब जैसा इन्होंने बोला, विशाल शेखर ने बहुत
जो
खूबसूरत
विशाल
music
इंडिया
दिया है।
वाले जो टर्म है वो विशाल ने
विशाल
दिया
का
था, विशाल डडलानी का टर्म है इंडिया वाले।
Right, right, right.
तो उसने जब मुझे ट्यून सुनाई थी, इट वाज ना 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 इंडिया वाले, वो वर्ड उसने दिया था, एंड देन इरशाद भाई of course added and made it so much more richer.
Right. Kanika has said that her song in the film will be bigger than Baby Doll. Something like.
आई होप जो चीज़ें जिसने इस फिल्म में की
जी।
हैं वो उनके पिछले काम से ज़्यादा बड़ी हैं।
Right.
हम उम्मीद करेंगे कि अभिषेक ने जो किया है पिछली फिल्म में धूम में, उससे बड़ा काम इसमें हो। मैंने जो पिछली फिल्म में किया चेन्नई में, उससे बड़ा काम मेरा हो, हम सब के
जी।
लिए। और बाकी टेक्नीशियंस के लिए, मानुष सर ने, शशांक ने, जितने भी लोगों ने काम
जी।
किया। और इसलिए नहीं कि हमारी फिल्म है,
जी, बिल्कुल।
इसलिए कि हर बार एक स्टेपिंग स्टोन होना चाहिए कि उससे बेहतर हो जाए।
जी।
कनिका भी होपफुली जो गाना किया है उन्होंने दीपिका के लिए,
जी।
I hope it does become better than what she's done last.
Right.
And I wish all of us have done the best last so that it becomes better than the best. So inshallah, I wish all of us.
Fantastic. Finally, if you guys can just sum up Happy New Year in like say a sentence, please.
ऐसा करना है मैं तुमको, हम सब अपनी करते क्योंकि तुम इतना, मुझे अभिषेक ने बताया तुम गाना गाते हो। तुम्हारे पास
गाओगे
lyrics
अभी
भी-
इंडिया वाले।
तो इंडिया वाले गाना तुम
चलो पहले तुम
और हम
गाओ।
जो है तुम्हें बिकॉज तुमको वर्ड्स में लिरिक्स भी लिखे हैं।
चालबाज हैं जालसाज हम इश्कबाज दिल वाले
कहते हैं हमको प्यार से इंडिया वाले, छू लेते दिल के तार से।
इंडिया वाले
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being on Bollywood and looking forward to the film and I think the entire promotional exercise as well. Thank you very much and all the best.
And thank you Bollywood for always being so kind. God bless you.
जानबाज हम जानसाज हम इश्कबाज दिल वाले, कहते हैं हमको प्यार से इंडिया वाले।